This is a very short video on how to navigate into the ebook this semester. So from your home page, you would want to click on the textbook/ebook, and from here you will select whatever chapter it is that you're working on. And the very first time you go to register, it will ask you to create or enter your Cengage login. So if you've used a Cengage product before, you probably have your email and your password, and you would enter it there. If you've never been a Cengage student before, you can just click on don't have an account and go ahead and fill out the registration. It's a first name, last name, email, very simple kind of a thing. Also, for 7 days, you can just simply say, I want to skip this registration process, and you can click the not now. The next thing that pops up is the payment screen. So you can either pay online with a debit card or a credit card or PayPal and continue. Or if you've purchased the textbook with a access card in the bookstore, then you can click on this and it will let you enter the access code that you have. Or you have a grace period that ends on September 12th, which will get you into the course for free. After September 12th, you no longer have that option to just go to my course. So you'd either have to pay or redeem your access course. Okay, for now, I'm just going to use the grace period and enter the course. Okay, and this opens you up to chapter 7, so you can simply start with the introduction. And there's the learning objectives, and then you can just use this to go forward and this to go backwards in your pages. Okay? Anytime you see a double underline like this, that just means that that is a term for you, which is nice to have. Some things you can do, you can highlight the book like this. You can even get fancy and do it in another color. Okay? And if you'd like, you can also make yourself some notes. And I'll show you where all this winds up. Let's say I want to study for exam, and I can save that. And I can even bookmark things. So there's a lot of things you can do. The most fun thing most students like is that the text will read to them.
The importance of ethics in making business decisions. It's easy to make a buck. It's a lot tougher to make a difference. Tom Brokaw, 1940, American television journalist.
Now,
Whether one believes in profit maximization theory or corporate citizenship, ethics is important in making business decisions. Corporations should...
Speed it up. You can even change it to a female voice. So I'll let you
The importance of ethics in making business decisions.
Okay. All right. So those are some things you can do. Now, if you click out of here using this little X right up at the top of the screen, this will take you back to chapter 7, and this is just the kind of the home page. Now, there are some things that say count towards grade, but for this semester, none of this counts towards a grade, so you can just ignore it. However, there's some really great study tools, and there's some things that you might learn if you go ahead and launch into any of these activities. So I encourage you to explore, but again, it won't count towards your grade. Other things that are very helpful right here are the flashcards, which are right down here. So I can click on these. These are all pre-built for you. And you can see you can just scroll through them. If I click right on the card, it flips it over like so. You can come up to this little gear and you can see the definition first if you want, followed by the term, and you can also print these out and you can add your own. So if there's a term that you really want to make sure and remember, then you can create a card right here. Okay, so there's some very handy things for you to do. Another thing I wanted to point out is the adaptive test prep, which is over here. This will be very good for you if you are practicing for an exam or if you want to test your skill. So here I'm going to create a new test, and let's say I'm on chapter 7 and I want to do just a couple of these. Maybe I want 10. I can have less if I want. I can have more. Click on Take the Test Now, and this will just give you some really good test questions to see if you are understanding your material. Great way to test yourself, great way to prepare for any kind of upcoming exams. Okay? And I probably didn't do very well. All right. Submit that and review that. Yep, didn't do so good. I can either retake this one, I can create a new test. If I click into one of the questions, it also gives me feedback, and it will take me back to the section of the ebook so that I can read a little bit more about this and hopefully improve my knowledge. Okay, have fun in MindTap, and have a great semester.